Good morning, friends and family. Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Stephan, Koffie Klets with Stephan. I do hope that you are sitting down and you are relaxed when you listen to this. Take a few minutes out of your day to meditate on the Word of God. So, the last week we've been busy about the heart of man. We've been busy with thinking. We established that the Hebrew word for thinking, as a man thinks in his heart, so easy. That word thinks is gatekeeper, that the gatekeeper only allows in after his own kind. Hence, if you have negativity as you're thinking all the time, guess what? It will just allow in more negativity. So we looked at how to change your heart. We need new inputs. We need the Word of God to change our hearts. And today, I want to conclude with what I call a spiritual sprinkling. If you desire a mental and spiritual sprinkling in your life, then you should check these following areas. This is just a little checklist. It's not a lot. It's really just 3 things that I felt in my heart that I wanted to share with you. So the first question I want to ask you is, in what type of environment do you live? Do you live in a violent, abusive, what type of environment do you live in? So I want to say this to you. Each of us is a product of the environment that surrounds us. Every single person, the outward, the environment that you live in will determine the type of person that you really are. Okay. So be very careful. If you can get out of that environment, if you can get out of the and this is a touchy area, because I would love you, if you have a pastor or somebody, a spiritual leader, that you would speak to them about these things rather before you make a decision, and because there's a lot of repercussions to this. But be very careful of the environment that you are in. That's the first one. The second one is, what are you doing with your free time? What are you doing with your free time? How do you spend it, or let me say this rather, how you spend the time that is your own will also determine what you think about. So if I spend time the whole time on my cell phone, and I just spend time on Netflix, and I just spend time on YouTube, whatever, that's the stuff that I will constantly be thinking about. It takes discipline of character and proper goals. You need to set goals for yourself to handle correctly the extra time or extra hours given to us as individuals. There's a little saying that says, idle hands is the devil's playpen. Idle hands. So be very careful with the time that you have and the time that you spend. The last thing is, who are your closest friends? Pardon. The people you associate with will greatly determine how you think. If you have negative friends, and you just have people that are abusive, that abuse alcohol and substance abuses and all these kind of things, if you hang out with those people, guess what? They will start determining what you think. So be careful with the people that you hang out. If they gossipers, be very careful. Then you will start to gossip. If they are slanderers, that's what you're going to start doing. Peer pressure is often the greatest influence upon the life of the individual. Peer pressure, the group, and maybe I'll talk about the group next week and how we are influenced by the crowd. Very much. So use Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 to think about these things, whatever is true and whatever is just and noble and praiseworthy and all these things, whatever is pure. Think about these things. Use this as a guideline to be applied in your thought life. Do your best to make it your standard. Use that as a standard for selecting your friends. Are they pure? Are they praiseworthy? Are they honorable? Are they trustworthy? You know? Also, how you fill your time and the things that you do with your free time, and also how to change your surroundings. So I hope you're blessed with this. This is just the last little bit of practicality on how to change your mind, your thinking, and all these things. So I want to encourage you, if you have any questions, maybe I've never done this, but if you have questions, you can comment in the bottom. I'll try and answer them, get in touch with you. But if this has been a blessing to you, please send it to somebody, and I hope to see you next week.